the developer and their reps are not on your side. I want you to understand this, okay? If you ever go and buy a pre-sale condo directly from a developer, you are screwed. I don't give a shit how good the other person is, how good the other rep is, okay? They have a job to do and they're doing their job and you're getting screwed and you don't even know it, okay? In this video, I'm gonna talk to you about what happens when you go and buy a pre-sale project directly from the developer, despite what you think is actually happening, okay? If you don't know who I am, my name is Uzair Muhammad. I am a pre-sale expert here in Vancouver, including the Presale Valley. If that's something what you're looking for, a pre-sale condo, townhome, detached property, whatever you're looking for in the new construction market, I'm your guy. Feel free to use the link in the description to connect. I'm happy to chat one-on-one and we'll go from there. So let's talk about what happens when you buy a pre-sale condo directly from the developer, okay? I'm gonna break down this entire process for you because I see this happening all the time. I walk into a presentation center, I see people talking directly to the reps and they're like, oh yeah, I want this floor plan. They show you the floor plan, they give you the price. Okay, I don't have a realtor. I don't need a realtor to be represented. Awesome, cool. So this is what we want. I just need your ID, I need your details, and we'll send out the contract. You guys know what just happened in that conversation when that happens? Okay, one, you have no representation. That developer rep is professionally trained to have the best interest at heart of the developer, okay? They're gonna show you the floor plans that are hard to move and they're gonna try to pitch them to you because you have no representation. You are naive. You do not understand this market. Just because you like the building, you like the floor plan, and you like the layout and all that stuff, and you're sold on the amenities and the location, they're gonna pitch you probably the most expensive floor plan and you won't even know. And that's the first thing, okay? Number two is you give your ID, you do everything, they send you a contract that you're going to sign, which is going to be on the developer's contract, which is written up by the developer's lawyers. So now when you are writing up that contract, they're not going to help you understand the contract. They're going to say you're not misrepresented, you're unrepresented, and I don't have to explain anything to you about this. In your contract, there's a clause that says that do not rely on any marketing material, any statements made by the developer or their reps or their website or their marketing campaigns or their videos. None of that stuff matters because it protects the developer in their floor plans or in their contracts that anything that they say, you can't go back and say, hey, no, you told me this comes with a storage locker. No, you told me this is how big the parking stall is going to be. No, you said it's going to come with this. No, you said this is how the amenities are going to turn out to be, but it's not that way. Hey, you removed the gym or you changed the gym or the layout. No, you can't go back and try to say, hey, you said this to me. They're protected, okay? Number two, guys, is the price point they quote you is always changing. If they know that you're a buyer without a representation, they will instantly quote you more money. Not every developer, but I have seen people get quoted different price point than what I know. Same projects. You walk in unrepresented, you have no clue what you're buying. They will say, oh, this was $979. Well, guess what? Now it's $989 because they know they can make that $10,000 off of you. And you think you're getting a good deal and you think you're protected. You're not. I will tell you what's worse than that is hiring an agent that has no clue, stands on the sideline and lets the rep give you all the detail and then just signs off on the contract and walks away. This is why I tell you guys, you need to work with experts. You need to work with people that are going to protect your interests at heart, okay? This is just the beginning. I'm going to take you through the entire process of what it's like by the time you get to the keys, okay? So now you bought this contract. You get this in your email. You sign off on things. You drop your deposit off. Guess what? Now you're in a firm contract. Now what happens? Nothing. You get no updates. You get no support. You get no hand-holding. You have no clue all the way to completion what's going to happen other than what the developer is going to send out in updates. Developers have the obligation to send out something called an amendment to the contract. Any changes to the disclosure statement, any changes to the floor plan, any changes to the strata plans, any significant changes or updates through their financing, building permits, all that stuff has to be sent out. Well, guess what? Because you're buying directly from the developer, they're not going to explain it to you. They're going to do their bare minimum of sending you the email. You get the email, boom, their job is done. They don't have to do anything else now at this point. You get the amendment, you're like, I don't know what this is. Unless you have a lawyer, you can send it to the lawyer, right? I think the bare minimum you should be doing if you're buying directly from the developer is have a lawyer. But lawyers don't know what's happening in the market. Lawyers can't negotiate the price point for you. Lawyers can't negotiate clauses for you. They'll just tell you, and I'll tell you right now, like I work with a lot of lawyers. I'll just tell you, review the contract and they'll give you a summary of it. What do you know the difference between a good contract and a terrible contract? Because I've seen all of them. What do lawyers know about a good developer and a bad developer? They don't. What do lawyers know about a good location and a bad location? They don't. This is why you need somebody who's on your side to be able to protect you. But you know, the crazy thing is, the sad thing is that so many agents and people hire these agents that have no clue about pre-sales, and they collect their commissions and they're on their way. And then on completion, and what happens? I get calls from these agents. Hey, bro, I'm looking to assign this contract for my client of mine. I don't know how to do this. I've never done this. My client can't close on this property. Their financing is not going through, or the unit is not appraising, or the developer did this. Developers passed their completion date. Hey, the developer's closing 6 months early. What do I do? These are the type of calls I get. I know this game inside out. So I'm going to talk to you guys about why you need to have an agent present with you when you're going and seeing these projects, or when you're writing a contract. Go do a shop. If you want to do window shopping, go shop around. Get quotes, get the floor plans. Don't write a contract without an agent, period. Like, I'm being that serious with you, right? So that's what's going to happen when you're getting updates. So here's what's happened in the past before, okay? Developer has changed their strata plan. They've gotten rid of a hot tub. And guess what? They send it to you in an amendment. You can't read 30 pages and say where the hot tub was removed. Guess what though? If there is significant changes to the strata plan, you can actually cancel a contract within 7 days. But did you know that? The developer's not going to explain it to you. Their reps are not going to explain it to you. What they're going to say is, hey, we sent you the amendment. You had 7 days. You didn't do it at that time. So now on completion, you're surprised. That's why you're surprised. That's why you hear these horror stories. Because people don't know what the hell they're doing when they're buying pre-sales. And the whole reason why I have this YouTube channel and I'm making videos for you guys is so you know what to look for. Because I see this day in, day out. I've done this multiple times. So that's what happens. You get an update to a project and you have no clue what the update is. And then you're just like, oh, cool, I'll just move on. And then on completion, you get the surprise. And then you wonder why the unit is smaller. Then you wonder why the strata plan has changed, or the amenities are gone, or this is removed, or this has come in. This is a new regulation. Look, you guys don't know that stuff, right? So best thing to do is have an expert on your side. And then third thing, this is what happens on completion, okay? You get to completion, they're going to send you an email, say, hey, we need your lawyer's information and your mortgage information. What if you want to assign this unit? You don't want to complete on this unit. Guess what now? You're going to go hire an agent. Developer's rep can't sell it for you. They won't sell it for you. They can't. Because they have their other 300 units that they're looking at. Okay? Because they represented the developer when they helped you buy this contract. You were not represented at that time. So when you do get to completion, you want to assign this unit, you're now going to go shop around for an agent. And again, you're going to come across agents that are doing resale properties. They're going to say, oh yeah, sure, no problem. I'll help you assign this unit. Guess what? They have no experience. This is why the pre-sale market is rigged. The pre-sale market is rigged. I'm telling you right now. And you don't even know it. This is why people lose money. And now you get to completion and you're trying to assign this unit and trying to shop for an agent. You know how much work that is? You could have solved all of that problem by just finding a good pre-sale agent upfront, an expert who knows what the hell they're talking about, and just help you through the entire process. Get you to completion. If you want to assign it, they would help you assign it. And then on top of that, arrange for financing. What we do with all of our clients is by the time we get to 6 months out, 3 months out, we're having conversations, say, hey guys, our project is coming to completion. Are you guys ready for financing? We need to get our firm approval ready to go. We're about 90 days out, 120 days out. We start working on our financing. We connect you with 2 or 3 mortgage brokers to make sure our financing is good. We shop around for interest rate. I personally don't, but I connect you with the mortgage brokers that we have used multiple times. There are mortgage brokers that we send 30, 40, 50 deals every single year because they're expert at their own field. And who's going to come save you at that point? Nobody. You're going to be shopping around for a mortgage broker. You're going to be shopping around for a realtor if you wanted to assign it. And then when you get to mortgage, your mortgage approved. Now what? Now you have a deficiency walkthrough. Guys, when you get to a deficiency walkthrough, do you know what that is? That's when you get the opportunity to walk into a pre-sale property or the property that you bought and go through the entire property and have a look at all the deficiencies. If that's the first time you're walking into that property, you're going to be awed by this beautiful brand new property that's never been touched, never been lived in. But you know what I see when I walk into a property as a deficiencies? I can probably point out 50 things in that property because I've seen hundreds of them. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the worst. And I can differentiate where this property lands. And I can tell you guys, this is a really bad job. Guys, this is an issue, this is an issue, this is an issue, this is, and they will point all those things. That's the job of your agent. It's not just to sit there and sign a contract when you write the contract at the developer's office. So now the deficiency walkthrough, you're doing it alone. And then you are done with that. You sign off on it. Guess what? Now if anything comes up after, they're going to say, no, you had the opportunity to do a deficiency walkthrough. You didn't point it out. We can't do anything now. Thank you. And then you get to completion. On possession day, you get your keys. You see that it's not just writing the contract, guys. It's getting to your keys. That's a process of 3 to 4 years. That's why you need good agents on your side. That's why you need a good pre-sale expert on your side. Doesn't have to be me. I want you to shop around, find good ones. There are so many good ones out there. But the good ones know what they're doing. Listen to them, talk to them, and then see who you're going to be able to go and work with. They have to resonate with you. You have to be able to communicate with them, be able to share kind of what you're looking for, what you need. But most importantly, I'll tell you right now, look for somebody who does volume, hundreds of units, because these people have systems in place. When you look at somebody who does the odd pre-sale deal and people that do hundreds of units, two different people. The ones that do hundreds of units get the first dibs at every project. They have leveraging power with developers. They can negotiate better terms. They can protect you when things go south. They know everything about these projects. They have lawyers on standby. They have mortgage brokers on standby if things don't go the way that you want on completion. But when you work with the odd pre-sale agent, I wish you all the best. I'm not saying bad anything about any other agent. I'm just telling you the difference between the pre-sale experts and the agent. Very important to understand. So I hope this gives you insight on what it looks like when you go and buy a pre-sale project directly from the developer. And if you want to chat one-on-one, I'm happy to have a conversation. The link is in the description. Feel free to book your time.